Hey folks, Karen here with JesusT-shirts.com, and looking back on my channel, it seems like my how-to videos generate the most views and likes and comments. So I thought I would do a video today on how I design my t-shirts, what my inspiration is, the tools that I use. So first of all, my inspiration comes from the Bible. And when I do my daily readings, I will find verses that will just really look nice on a t-shirt. Or I'll summarize the verse a little bit, and then I'll make the design and then put the Bible reference underneath. So if you look at my designs, you'll see a lot of them have the Bible verses, the chapter and verse underneath of the design. And I'm praying that prompts people to open their Bibles and read, since that's pretty much the whole purpose of my business anyway. So once I find that, what I do is I go to Placeit, and I use Placeit to create most of the design. If I'm doing just the typography, then I'll do the whole thing on Placeit. And then what I do then is I bring it up in Photoshop and make some tweaks and some edits and things like that. For additional graphics, I go to Pixabay and find graphics there. And I rarely do I use the graphics as they are. I might like something in the graphics, so I'll pull that out and I'll use Photoshop and edit like a background out, or edit a piece of it so that I have just the right graphic to go with the verse or with the saying. Once I'm done with Placeit and Photoshop, and those are pretty much the only two tools I use. I use Placeit and I use Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, you can use Canva. I believe that's an online tool that you can use. A lot of people use that. I happen to have a legacy version of Photoshop, so I'm used to using it, so that's just what I use. But you can use Canva, you can download GIMP or Paint.net. There are other tools out there for editing graphics. So those are the only tools I use once I come up with an idea. Sometimes I'll see another t-shirt and I'll like the wording, but I don't quite like the design, so I will make up my own design for it. So that's how I do it. Now I'm going to do some screencasting and show you how I do it. Okay, so let's get into that. Here we are in Pixabay. If you can see that, Pixabay.com. These are free images, royalty-free stock. I signed up for a free account so that I can download the largest images. Now, I'm going to be doing a design today that needs a flower, because the design that I saw has a daisy on it, but I don't really like them. So let's go for flower, and I want an illustration. I don't want an actual picture of a flower, like a photograph. I don't want a photograph. So let's look for a flower. It's going to be a little slow because I'm using Screencast-O-Matic. I like this one. Now what I'll do with this one, I don't like the green background. I just want the flower itself. I don't need all the green. So I need to do a free download. I needed it to be big, so it's got to be like that. 1920 by 1282. And if you don't have an account, it'll give you some kind of a CAPTCHA or something like that in order to download it. So that's why I always log in. So let's download that one. Now, from there, we'll go to Placeit. With Placeit, you can sign up for a free account. They have a massive amount of free mock-ups and designs that you can use. I went ahead and signed up. I pay monthly. When I get the funds together, I will be going annual on it because I do use it a lot. So now here's the first thing I do. I go to designs and I'm going to go to t-shirt designs. I'm going to recreate this. I like this t-shirt, but I don't like the daisy. And I'm not really too happy with that. And I think the verse itself needs to be a little smaller than what's here. So what I'm going to do in a situation like this, and I do have a lot of things like this. A lot of my own designs do have a combination. So it's I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So let's go to the designs, t-shirt designs. I scroll down to typography because that's all my design's going to need. I'm going to add the graphic afterwards. And I want something that's going to allow me a lot of writing. So like this here, I use this one quite often because it gives me enough lines. So I can put, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I don't want this to be seen, the go left. I don't need that. So if you click on the I here, it'll cross it off and the go left will go away. So I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I want Christ capitalized. So we're just going to use that same one so it's darker. So now I want to move this up a little bit. Now what I like about Placeit is if you can see when that line in the middle turns pink, then you know you have it centered. Let's move this up a little bit. And let's take that little graphic thing out. This actually needs to come up just a little bit more. So then this comes up a little bit more. Here's the important thing. When you're doing t-shirt designs, you need to have a transparent background. All right, I like that. Now what I will do, I'll download this and then I'll bring it up in Photoshop so that you can see how that works. So let's download this. But this is just a basic design. You can do designs that are just words. Set them up in here, download it, and you're pretty much good to go to put it right up on TeePublic. But I'm going to give you a little tip here on the sizing for TeePublic. This is the perfect size so that when you load it up into TeePublic, it will work across it'll be large enough to fit the tapestries and the wall art. I wasn't doing that in the beginning, so I just went through during this week and edited all of my designs to bring them up to the right size. So this is image size 5,000 pixels wide by 5,500 pixels height. That's the size you want. Now, TeePublic's is almost the right size. So I want to make it a little larger. And I want room for the flower in here. So actually, I don't want to make it larger that way. I'm going to stretch it a little bit. Let's leave that like that. What I need to do is the flower that I downloaded. just here. I'm going to open that in Photoshop. I'm just going to go through here and just get rid of all this stuff. All I want is the flower itself. Copy this image. Bring this up. Paste it in here. Make it a little bigger. And we're going to put this behind the lettering. I would have to add the Bible verse on here. So what that would be doing some text. And it's still smaller than the main parts that we want to see. Now we're going to go over to TeePublic. Now my TeePublic, I have a standard description for my TeePublic. There's my standard description for TeePublic. Now I need to sign in. TeePublic is free to use. Sign up for a free account. I like the interface. I have tried a couple of the other ones. I used to have my stuff on Amazon Merch, and I don't like Amazon's interface, and I never made any sales with that platform either. I'm making sales with TeePublic. So now we're going to upload a design. I'm just going to drag it right in there. It isn't large enough to support all the wall art options, but it will support a 28 by 28. You want to fill all this out, and then you can go through here and select a default color. I like the light blue, so we'll make that the default. On the rest of these, we'll go Vintage Heather. On the tank, we'll go Vintage Heather. What does the leaf look like? Oh, that's kind of pretty. On the crew neck, Heather. Baseball tee, we'll leave that as black and white. That looks pretty like that. And on a onesie, coastal blue. Okay, let's go back to the t-shirt. And I found this out from talking to someone on TeePublic. If you go down through and edit anything in here, it changes what's on the t-shirt. And here's another tip, automatic. This automatically centers it and puts it to the top. All you have to do over here is just pick your colors out, that's all. And I'm going to put this for light colors. This way it's only going to be on the light colored shirts. Now you go down through here. The stickers are fine. The cases, this is good here, but I might want to make it a little bit smaller. It's going to center it. Just click those two buttons there and it'll center it for you. Mugs. That's for a travel mug. Now when it centers it, it does it that way. So I always move it over so people can see it. Wall art. Center it. Notebooks. This one notebook, always you need to make it a little bit smaller. This one's good. Pillows. You want to make that a little bit smaller. Let's get it up towards the top and centered. That's good. Tote bags. Center it. Tapestries. Actually, that can be just a little tiny bit smaller. And same with this one, little tiny bit smaller. and the pins, and you want to make sure all these are on. This way, when people come to your store, they can pick out what they want. Not everybody, I did a video on this a couple of days ago. Not everybody likes t-shirts. Not everybody wears t-shirts. I've actually sold more masks than I have anything else. Yesterday or today, I sold 3 magnets. I've sold some magnets. I haven't sold any wall or tapestry yet, or tote bags. I have a lady at church that wants some mugs. But always make sure that they're ready to go. Once you're done everything, click that you've read, and then you publish. I can do all things. And it's going to be Philippians 4:13. Oh, maybe it is only one. Let's double check the Bible. Let's see. It is. It's only one L. Ho ho! It's only one L. Okay, we're back. I double checked on the spelling and I had it spelled wrong. So I fixed it. Now I gotta change the artwork again. Shouldn't make a change in the layout at all. Because it's well, yeah, I might have to go through all those again too. That's spelled correctly now. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13, and then here's my standard one. And I have it said for light colored shirts. So always do that, and then the main tag. Let's see, I can do all things. Okay, we'll do that through Christ. There we go. Now my supporting tags I have right here. We're going to take Hebrews out, and we're going to put Philippians in here. 4:13, and then just Philippians. That should do it. Use your supporting tags. And then if there's anything else I'm missing, I can put this in here because the main tag is I can do all things through Christ. Now you should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's good. No mature content. Everything's good. And whenever you change your artwork on something, always go back through and make sure everything's still lining up right. And this part is showing you how to use Placeit to make mock-ups of your shirts and the other things. Let's start t-shirts. The mock-ups you want to use are ones where people can actually see the design. And sometimes these mock-ups, they'll be a little too distant, so you really won't be able to see the design very well. This one's perfect. Now I can leave her t-shirt white, or I can go over here and use the pale blue. So I think that's what I'm going to do, use a pale blue one. And now we'll insert the image. Now this is where you can resize it. So let's take it down a little bit. and move it up just a little bit. And then once you see how it looks, you can go back in and update that. So let's see how it looks. So now we'll download it. So while that's processing, let's go to mockups and let's go to home decor. I've been doing this, like making mockups in different things that we offer on TeePublic, and I'll make mockups of them here on Placeit. There, this is good. It's a woman holding the pillow. There's the design. And we'll see how it looks first. See if I might need to make it a little bit smaller. Well, my recording stopped, but this is the finished product. I hope these tutorials have helped you, and if you can, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a question, anything you want. Okay, take care, see you in the next video. Bye. God bless.